BBC Radio 1.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Zane Lowe on world's famous BBC Radio 1. Now, for the month of January, I've decided to take some time off and go and recharge the batteries and get ready for a brand new year.
Hello! Yeah! We're the Inbetweeners, and we're on Radio 1, unbelievably. So we've taken over from Zane Lowe.
Yeah.
And we're going to be playing you some of our favourite tracks for the next 2 hours.
It's going to be the most painful 2 hours of radio you've ever listened to.
So, do keep listening, and here we go, track number 1. This is one of mine, one of my personal favourites. The Pixies with Here Comes Your Man.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. My name's Simon.
I'm James.
I'm Joe Thomas.
And collectively, we are the Inbetweeners. -1, there's one exception.
Is there one missing?
There is unfortunately one missing.
Oh,
Blake.
that one.
Blake, who plays Neil, isn't here with us. Unfortunately, there's only 3 microphones, so we couldn't fit him.
We've got a pretty good replacement, though. We've got Huw, who's looking after us and holding the hand.
Compare me to him off Inbetweeners. We're looking forward to the show. We're honoured to have you on Radio 1, boys.
Thank you very much.
Hugh.
Hugh's going to be supervising us if we step out of line.
And everything that word.
Be a bit of a smackdown. So text in. Who's on board?
Who's on board?
Climb on board.
The good ship Inbetweeners.
81199. That's the number.
81199.
That's a phone number.
811.
81199. Short one. Is it fake? Is it a fake? It's not a short number, isn't it? No, well, it's real, apparently.
So we're on to this is one of James's choices.
Yes. Oh, yeah. This is one of my choices. It's a song by the Libertines. Their album Up the Bracket recently got voted in the NME as the 2nd best album of the decade.
Ooh.
And James is the 2nd best Inbetweener, so that's why it's so appropriate.
Thank you, James.
I personally think it should be the first. The Libertines have probably been the most important band to me in the last 10 years, so here is Time for Heroes by the Libertines.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Time for Heroes by the Libertines.
Lovely song.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Joe, this isn't your first time on Radio 1, is it?
No, I'm happy to say I have done this before.
Joe came on Radio 1 once when we were promoting the 2nd series.
Yep.
Came on air. We had a long talk before we came on air about we were told not to. The one thing, the most important thing is obviously don't swear.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the most basic rule. Within 10 seconds, Joe. Right. What had you done?
The chat at the beginning was very hard to sort of focus on, and I didn't really take away anything in particular from it. And I was just asked to describe something that happened on the show using words that are English words.
Yeah.
And that was what I did.
Well done.
Also, he went on Radio 2, swore on that as well. So,
working his way through.
So Radio 3 next. Probably do 3 swears on that.
1 and 2.
Then you got 4, of course. Radio 5 live. 5 live swears.
Radio 4, it could count as linguistics.
We've got a couple of texts that were quite nice, haven't we?
Yeah, some very nice. Matt's on board. Pow back at you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
James and Paul says we're the funniest people in history. Well, I don't know about that, but thank you very much. Okay, I'll take that. And Joe, your song choice?
I've got. Oh, is it my? Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. This is.
Oh no, it's not. It's mine.
It's not actually. It is yours.
There is a mobile phone going off, so that we are amateurs. Okay, we said that going in. We are amateurs.
Right.
Stuff like that will happen. Okay, deal with it. I'm sorry. Deal with it.
Imagine this is the first radio broadcast, and just try and enjoy the miracle of hearing spoken voices who aren't actually in the room with you. All right. So just be grateful for what you're given.
Perhaps we should move on. This is Paper Planes by MIA. So that was MIA, Paper Planes. That was one of mine. And now we're on to the feature where we ask Joe, what was the first record you ever bought?
This is. I think this is going to be something that's on Radio 1 every week, where I talk about the first record I bought, and it'll always be the same. This is a band who you may remember, Sleeper.
Oh, Sleeper.
They had a quite a pretty girl was the singer.
Oh yeah.
And I bought their record. This was at the height of Britpop, and this is my first single.
Okay.
And the cover was just her wearing a Fila tracksuit top, and at that stage in history, that was enough. That was enough said. That was all you needed to do.
Yeah.
It was like a Ben Sherman. If you have one of those, your band were good.
Okay.
So this is She's a Good Girl by Sleeper.
Thank you,
The
Joe.
first record I ever bought.
She's a good.
That was She's a Good Girl by Sleeper, a song that I thought had ended about a minute and a half ago. And if you're asking...
So I did a little speech
did
about
I?
it. It was actually quite moving.
It was really insightful. Sort of put Sleeper in that context. You would get Sleeper if you'd heard that, but you wouldn't have because I was talking while the song was on, which you can't do if you're meant to be presenting.
So
live
some
radio.
text. Some
Give me
text.
some text now.
Mike, the lift engineer, is 37 floors up and he's on board. So,
Good on you, Mike.
In a way, Mike, focus on other things than that scheduling, probably.
Thanks, Mike. This is ultimately good. Wow, thought you guys were going to be rubbish. But what a way to start. Keep them coming, says Aidan in Manchester.
Thank you very much, Aidan.
Thank you.
least they're honest.
Yeah.
When you said you're going to pick Sleeper, Joe, I thought you were going to go for this.
He's not a prince.
Because they've got a song called Inbetweener.
I found this out a minute ago, and I'm overjoyed.
Here it comes, the Inbetweener bit.
Play a little bit.
here we go.
Here it comes.
It's coming out.
Still waiting, yeah, I'm still waiting.
Any minute now.
This is boring now. It's getting boring.
There it is.
Yeah. Got that?
Yeah.
So we totally ripped them off.
Yeah.
Sleeper is the same as our show.
I guess so. Should we?
Crack on, crack on.
Let's move on. This next song is by the Smiths. I was quite lucky. About sort of a month and a bit ago, I got to see Morrissey.
Oh, wow.
In Brentwood, playing in a little venue in Brentwood, which was pretty special.
It's tiny.
And this is probably Morrissey and Johnny Marr at their best. So, what difference does it make by the Smiths? Yes, that was the Smiths there. The jingle jangle of Johnny Marr's guitar. His melodic Rickenbacker.
So, coming up on the show later, we want you guys to text in. Keep texting in. We've got a few things we want you to text in about. One is we're going to help you with your homework. So if any of you are doing homework and you're having a tough time, text in and we'll give a guiding hand. Joe, of course, used to work as a tutor, so that will help.
Thank you.
This
show
is
some of his
the hot
skills.
topic. This is what we want to know.
Yes, later on. We'll save that for
Yeah?
later.
Okay.
That's a good one for later. Later, also, we'll be talking about James is up for funniest Twitterer of the Loaded Laughter, so I'll be reading out some of James's tweets later.
They're pretty funny.
Don't miss
They're
out.
so dry, it's almost as though
They're not funny.
They're quite
nuts.
boring. So all that to come. Also speaking to Blake, who plays Neil in the Inbetweeners. So look forward to that.
Talking to Twitter as well, there's a question here for you from Hannah on my Twitter. It says, do they get bored of people saying, feisty one, you are, at them?
Well,
you get that more than us, Simon, because that's your line.
Before we move on,
Yes.
can you give us one?
oh,
Go on!
I knew it.
He actually just told me during that song not to mention that.
You should have told me as well. Okay, on a positive note, Los Campesinos have tweeted me.
Have they?
Say that you once said that you're a fan of the band and
I
they're
am,
offering you
yeah.
a guest list to any gig of theirs in the future.
Oh, that's very kind. I'll definitely be taking that from that.
Were
That
the
is
Smiths
great.
listening to that last song that I just did?
And the Smiths have
They're
tweeted you
getting
as
that
well.
all for you.
Twitter.
John Lennon was listening to that one as well. He's coming back from the grave. So,
Any John Lennon gig.
If you could get
will you
Lennon
get front row
and
tickets?
Cobain and Elvis Presley all together.
I think that's sorted.
What, is Los
Yeah.
Campesinos not good enough for you? Is that
Oh,
what
no,
you're saying?
no. We're just riffing. We are
So, would
honestly,
anyone like
trust
to
us.
hear a trailer for Chris Moore's show?
Yeah, go on, might as well.